What's going on, nation? Today I'm going to talk about one of the worst mistakes you can make when doing any type of bent over row. And what I'm going to do is show you how to correct this mistake and to also help you avoid using momentum when performing this exercise. Now, most people when they perform a bent over row, especially beginners, they actually bend over to pick up the bar. You know, they think the term bent over row means you're bending over and then just grabbing the barbell. But it's much more than that, because if you look from the side, if you just bend over like this and then grab the bar and pick it up, you're keeping your legs kind of straight still. And what this is going to allow you to do is use a little hip and knee momentum to bring the bar up. And you see this all the time. I'll pick up the barbell so you guys can see. You see this going on, and you turn it more into a momentum lift than actually focusing on your back and pulling, with your arms and isolating your lats. Now, to avoid that and to also have a more stable stance and to also avoid unwanted pressure on your lower back, because essentially that's what's happening, when you bend over to pick up the bar, when you're in this position right here, instead of being so bent over and leaning forward like this, what I want you to do is sit back. And this just little movement from here to here and sitting back and sitting between your legs, it's basically going to feel like all of this is locked in place. A lot of times when you do a bent over row and you start going heavier with the weight, it almost feels like you're fighting the force of the barbell pulling you over and making you fall over as you're trying to actually perform the movement. If you sit back like this with your hips and then grab the bar, you're going to notice right away how strong and solid your base is now. And it's pretty effortless to pick the bar up off the ground, and you can focus solely on your upper body performing the movement, which in reality is going to help you lift more and make more gains. So right here, nice solid structure, grab the bar like you're going to do a bent over row, and you can still pull it into your belly button really tight just like this. And by doing this, you're going to also really easily avoid that hip thrust to bring the weight up. And if you're doing exercises like a pendlay row, it's going to allow you to put more weight on the bar and really focus on putting as much power as possible into that explosive pull off the ground. You guys can see there's almost no movement in my lower body, as opposed to being like this and bending over forward and then trying to pull. As soon as you pull the bar up, if you're like this, you feel all the pressure go right to your lower back. So very simple tip. Get set up for a bent over row. As soon as you get your hands on the bar, sit back and into your hips and then start the movement. And you're going to see a lot more gains, and it's going to feel a lot better in that lower back. For more great tips, exercises, routines, and meal plans, be sure to join us on muscularstrength.com. What's your maximum output?